Okay, we'll start off this haul with another new drone from Diatone. This is the 2018 GT R5SX. I think this is something that kind of resembles the Floss 2. Some stickers and information about support on their Diatone website. Got a set of these Gemfan wind dancer props to 5042s. Got a bag of goodies here, zip ties, some interesting new battery straps. Looks like they're made out of cloth. Battery pads, a bunch of various connectors, and looks like a small whip antenna here with an SMA connector. The drone comes in this sealed bag, has got a little anti-fake sticker there, and more instructions can be found on their Diatone website. And here's a look at the drone itself. Got some new motors here. I think these are the Edge Racing 2306 2450 kV with the open bottom design. I've seen these before on some of the other drones. I haven't gotten this motor yet though, so this is the first time I'm seeing this. This one comes with a new top. I think the old top had like a bunch of hexagonal holes in it, so now we have a solid top. I think they changed the design and also making it stronger. I guess they're calling this the GTR or their GT Rabbit. I guess that's the name of their this 5-inch drone. So I think in previous versions the 4-in-1 EC, actually the ECs were on the arms, the little skinny ones. I think they are not using those now. Now they're using a 4-in-1 EC, which is right down here on the bottom. So you got 3 boards here, 4-in-1 EC, flight controller, and a video transmitter. Got a capacitor there. Got 2 huge capacitors in the back here. So I don't think we're going to see any issues with video noise. Got a little SMA adapter off the video transmitter to this little right angle adapter, and that's where your antenna goes. I think I would want to probably have like a longer antenna than the one that's included. And it looks like the included camera here is the Runcam Microswift, the first one. And look at the bottom. So basically you have one bottom plate, there's no sandwich plate, and then the arms are held on via the standoff here. And this screw, so there's 2 screws per arm. It looks like all these are countersunk screws over here, so you got a nice flat bottom. At least on the frame part, you got a 30x30 and a 20x20 mounting. So I guess if you bought the frame by itself, you could mount a 20x20 stack in here. Yeah, overall it feels pretty light. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice racer. I'll have a review on this coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that video. Okay, so finally the Tyrannus X-Lite has come in and comes in this pretty small box. I think this is the one with the case. Okay, yeah, so as I expected, it comes in this nice zip case. So you get some stickers, and of course it comes with the manual itself. And of course there's this piece of foam that it came with that obviously protects the gimbals, but I don't think you're going to need this. It looks like these are the little covers for the screws there in the back of the transmitter that converts it from mode 1 and mode 2. Comes with these gimbal protectors if you want to use them, they're included. And here's just a quick look at the transmitter looks like. Obviously the mode's not set here. You're going to use that with these screw holes in the back. Just have to follow the instructions in the manual. But yeah, I've been looking forward to trying this out. It feels really nice in the hands. The sticks are kind of short, which is what I've been hearing. But actually, now that I have it in my hands, I don't actually mind them being a little bit shorter. I could probably add some 3D printed parts to the top here to make it a little bit longer. But the gimbals feel really nice, and it feels really good in the hand. So yeah, looking forward to reviewing this. I'll have videos on this one coming up soon. Okay, got some new stuff here from Banggood. Start off here with a new FlySky receiver. This is the RX2A Pro, but this is the version with the detachable antenna, the micro FL antenna, so you can get this antenna away from your frame, so that's a better. And then it has a little connector here. Looks like it has a 4-pin connector. I think one is probably for PPM. And the original RX2A Pro was solder pads, so it would have been nice to have the solder pads. I don't like these connectors, but still have the micro FL connector to extend your antenna. But we'll see what the performance of this is like. I know that the original RX2A Pro was pretty good. I did get a couple of duds though, so it kind of depends. If the ones that you get work, they do work really well, but a couple of them I got out of the box didn't work, so let's see what the quality of this one's like. Okay, so this is the new Ori 32 4-in-1 ESC. It's 25 amp 4-in-1 ESC BLE32, and this one comes also with the Omnibus F4 Nano V6. This comes in a combo, and you can see this particular combo is already assembled with these little standoffs, and you can see that the boards have the little rubber grommets there to dampen the vibrations. But you can buy these boards separately if you want, so I'll put links to all three SKUs in the description. The flight controller can do 2 to 6S, but I think the 4-in-1 EC only does 2 to 4S, which I think is kind of strange. You get these little micro connector here, and they do include that connector for the boards to bring them together. And the nice thing about this particular setup is that it comes with some nice documentation, has some specs. So that's some specs here on the ESC, and then this has more. The flight controller has more instructions, and then it comes, of course, with the wiring diagrams for all your connection points, and everything's in color, and it's actually a pretty nice printout, so it's easily readable. Anyway, I'll have a full review on the two boards here in a separate video later. Okay, so this is the new BBB or 3BR Hobby 1408 3200 kV motor. This also comes, I believe, in a higher kV, like 3750, I believe, or 3600, and possibly 4000 or 4100 kV. So check the link. All three of them will be on the same product page. Or this is the lower kV version. I'm going to put this on the 4-inch America. That one has a 1407 motor on there currently, 3600 kV. And I want to go to a little bit bigger motor, a little bit lower kV on a 4-inch prop and see how this one does. The motor wire is a little short, kind of expecting more there. And this doesn't have an open bottom design, a little traditional design on the bottom here. Pretty notchy, typical of a lot of 3BR or BBB motors. Solid shaft, got that spoke design, and it looks like it's multi-stranded copper wire. Pretty nice looking. The BBB motors have always been pretty high quality and work pretty well for all the drones that I put them in. Now keep in mind that when you do buy this, it does come in a set of two. When you buy one SKU, you get two motors, not just one. And the other motor I have here is the 1106 motor. This is the 7500 kV, so this is probably going to be good for like a 2.5-inch setup on 2S. There's also a 6000 kV motor, which I think would be better on like 3S, maybe a 3-inch, something like that. I'm going to try and get that as well. And you can see this one has actually a pretty long motor wire compared to the 1408 motor, which is kind of strange. T-style prop obviously here, open bottom design. Multi-stranded wire, C-clip on the bottom. Magnets look pretty nice. Spacing looks nice. Air gap looks nice. Overall, pretty nice motor. So the 1105 motor was one of my favorite motors in this size. So we'll just see how the 1106 holds up. But this one feels about the same. It should be the same quality as well. So we'll see in a review later. Okay, so I got some more stuff here from Foxeer. I got the Cyclone T7056C props, 3-bladed props here. They're 7 inches, and I'm going to be using this on my 7-inch build, the HL7 frame. They sent along another F405 flight controller. I think that's going to be for that build as well. Okay, got a couple more of the Lollipop antennas with the RP SMA connector. Yeah, so these are the first generation, and they come in black, I think, for the RP SMA. The ones with the hole instead of the pin on the antenna side. I also sent along the new version of the Lollipop. This is the Lollipop 2. Some of you guys are probably seeing this on their Facebook page, and I think this one is the SMA version, yeah. That has the pin on the antenna side, and they sent along the regular 60mm size and then the stubby version as well. Pretty cool. And I got another camera here, looks like. I think this is their new Falcor camera. Okay, yeah, it's a full-size camera, I believe. And don't have a whole lot of information about this. I think it's a 1200 TV lens like the Monster, so this might be like a new generation of the Monster. It's a CMOS sensor, huge lens on here, 1.8mm lens. Supposedly has pretty good light handling. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I will find out, and then we'll review it and fly it, of course, and you'll get a video on this one a little bit later. Okay, so I got a few things here from GearBest. This one here is the LSX 140. I think this is a micro frame kit. Okay, so this is a 140 millimeter rotor frame kit for 3-inch props. Single bottom plate. Got some metal side plates here. It kind of looks maybe like a little micro chameleon. You can check the link, and if you want to see pictures, just click on the link and it'll take you to the GearBest website. There's actually a ready-to-fly model that's based off this frame that was supposed to come out at the beginning of July, but it's been delayed. It had some pretty interesting motors, like 1205, 4500 kV motors, which I thought were really interesting, so I'm still waiting for that to come, but they decided to go ahead and send me the frame kit. I'll put together something here for that, and I think this has some 9mm holes, so probably going to use either some 1106s, maybe 1108s maybe. I have some 1108 motors coming, and maybe 1304s. So stay tuned for this video coming up soon. And they also sent me some motors here. This is a 2306 2400 kV motor, and this will be appearing in one of the 5-inch drone ready-to-flies that they sent to me. This is a replacement motor for the motor that one of the motors wasn't working on that drone, so they sent us out a set out of these motors, so I'm going to put these on that drone so I can at least fly it and review it. Of course, that review will probably be a little bit skewed because it's a different motor. I think it's a slightly different kV, but it's the same stator size. Anyway, here's what the motor looks like. You get about 4 inches of 20 gauge motor wire. It's got an open bottom design. Pretty thin magnets there. You can see that. Look pretty thin. Air gap looks okay. Set screw on the bottom. Looks like it's a solid core shaft. Yeah, it's not a hollow shaft. And windings, not sure if those are multi-stranded or I think they're multi-stranded copper windings. It's a pretty cheap motor. I think it was on flash sale for like $8, something like that. Bearings feel fairly smooth. If you're looking for a really cheap motor for your 5-inch, this might not be one to try. Might not be a bad one to try out. I'll be putting that onto that drone. I think it's called the XL van or something like that. So stay tuned for one of those 5-inch drone videos. You'll see this motor on there. You can see how that performs.